8 volunteers came to Cold Water Boot Camp USA to learn about the effects of cold water immersion. After personally experiencing the first two, cold shock and cold incapacitation, Dr. Gordon Giesbrecht, professor of thermophysiology, took them into the classroom to help them better understand the third effect, hypothermia.
Delaying the onset of hypothermia realities. Assume the Huddle Position, heat escape lessening position. It's actually something that you tend to do anyway if you're stuck. I mean, if you're not swimming, you don't have to swim and you're just sitting there with a PFD on. And it's important to note that you can only do this if you have flotation, a life jacket on. And the reason we do that is because we're reducing heat loss from areas where we lose a lot of heat, because we have large vessels that are close to the surface in the armpits and in the groin. So by doing this, you are decreasing the heat loss and therefore slowing your rate of descent into hypothermia and widening the window of opportunity for survival and rescue. Now the huddle position is something that you can do with a group. The huddle position has two advantages. One is the potential heat escape lessening effect, but it also has a lot to do with psychology because you have your group together and you're not floating off and being alone. Get your body out of the water as far as possible. A boat capsizing, many situations you do have a boat there, it's just not floating, but you can get good portions of your body out of the water. It's quite remarkable. You could probably decrease the amount of your body that's in the water by 50% without too much effort. But even a boat, if it's right side up but under the water, even if you just get in it and sit in that, you can in many cases have your torso and head out of the water and your arms, and that'll make a big difference. Attract assistance by signaling for help. So that's radio, cell phone, but of course relying on a cell phone is very iffy depending on where you are because you have to have cell phone service. Dye markers, flares, mirrors. Actually, those little mirrors are very, very effective. And also splashing and waving. If you're in a big body of water and there are helicopters or planes flying over, it's actually pretty tough to spot someone that's just sitting there, right? So, changes in color or splashing, the ripples and the white that causes actually makes quite a difference. Okay, external insulation, big issue. Obviously, if you have no thermal protection, would be if you have an inflatable PFD, those little collars that you wear, they're really good if you have to work. You're really working hard on a fishing boat or whatever, and you don't want to be wearing big, bulky clothing. Okay, that will take care of your flotation issues if you ever go overboard, but there's virtually no thermal protection provided by that. Then an inherently buoyant life jacket normally, and then a floater jacket will have more insulation, and a floater suit, as we've just said. The other thing is a survival or a dry suit. And these things are really, you can't wear those while you're working. A dry suit is really just an emergency thing that you would have available. If you have imminent immersion coming up, you would put that on just before you go into the water.